4, 3, 2, 1, ignition. And lift off the Falcon 9, go OneWeb 4.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
So at T plus 33 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Slick 4E at Vandenberg, carrying the 20 Eutelsat OneWeb satellites. During ascent, we tilt or gimbal the engines to turn the rocket horizontally into what we call a gravity turn, to put the rocket on its path to orbit. And moments ago, we throttled the engines down in preparation for max Q, or maximum aerodynamic pressure,
Vehicle is supersonic.
which is coming up in a few seconds.
Max Q.
So we just had max Q, and the rocket typically needs to go 28,000 kilometers per hour, or about 17,500 miles per hour, horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth by gravity and get into orbit. Now we have five events coming up in quick succession. MECO, stage SEP, SES-1, and boost back burn, which starts bringing the first stage back to the launch site, and then fairing deployment, when the fairing halves will separate from the second stage. So we have MECO in about 30 seconds from now.
A little more than 2 minutes into flight. So far, a very smooth mission and some excellent tracking camera views here from SpaceX. Coming up on a few different events here. See engine cutoff.
And back ignition. Stage 1 boost back startup.
And there you heard and maybe even saw MECO, stage SEP, SES-1, and the start of boost back burn, which will last for just under 1 minute. We have some really awesome views on screen right now.
And hopefully some of you on the ground are seeing those stellar views as the boost back burn is performed. If you're in the vicinity of Vandenberg, also let us know if you're hearing the sonic boom when it happens. You see those OneWeb satellites there. The fairing is now separated, exposed to the vacuum of space for the first time. Again, these are the final Gen 1 OneWeb satellites built right here in Florida, deploying into low Earth orbit just about an hour from now. Call for stage 1 boost back shutdown. Coming up, the next milestone will be the first stage entry burn beginning. LZ4 is about 1,400 feet or so away from Slick 4 East. Coming up on the 4th minute into flight. Once the entry burn starts, that burn set to last for about 15 seconds. That will dramatically slow the vehicle down and set up for the landing burn to begin at roughly T plus 7 minutes, 18 seconds, with a landing just before the 8-minute mark in the flight. Taking a look at our live chat here, looks like a lot of folks can actually see the the burns that have been happening so far. Some good visibility on this launch, which is great to hear. A little more than 5 minutes into flight. We're now less than a minute away from the start of the first stage entry burn beginning. We're now a little less than 20 seconds away from the start of the first stage entry burn beginning. Let's go ahead and listen in for that call out.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
Good call for the start of that entry burn. Now getting some views of that first stage booster back. Again, this burn lasting roughly 15 or so seconds in total. You can see the speed of the first stage booster, tail number B1082, dropping dramatically as that entry burn now concluding. Coming up next will be the start of the landing burn. We're just a little more, or landing burn should be starting here in less than 30 seconds. Starting to see, as Steve was just mentioning in my ear, the lights of Southern California coming into view.
Sonic.
Good call outs there, where Falcon 9 is slowing, the stage 1 is slowing down. Landing burn should be coming up shortly.
Stage 1 landing burn.
And there we have the
Stage 2 is
landing
in terminal
burn,
guidance.
where engine 9 has relit right before touching down on the landings at landing zone 4.
Stage 1 landing leg deploy. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And there you have it. That landing
Stage
marks
2
SpaceX's 357th recovery of an orbital class rocket, including first stage landings for Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy.
As the